Hey guys, so I've been thinking a lot about the best way to view your workload. I think with myself, I really struggle from knowing how much is too much. And I think I'm going to do a video about how to kind of prevent a burnout or how to cure a burnout. But I always try and make sure that, or I think it's really important to view your workload as in a certain mentality. I think sometimes it can get quite overwhelming. And that's what leads to a burnout and obviously an insufficient kind of few months of no activity or no progression, in success or whatever, or your business or whatever. I think simplicity maximizes efficiency. So by simplifying your workload, you're maximizing your efficiency and success rate. What I mean by that is, over time, I've done a lot of different kind of ways of viewing or ways of distributing my work, from chopping it up into really small amounts and saying, okay, I need to do this, and all of that, and have loads of different sections. And by sections, I mean, it might be my business, my music, it might be my work, loads of different kind of sections that I view as like core tasks or core goals or core beings in my life. Chop them up. I don't think that works really well. I think the best thing to do is to simplify everything. So right now I'm viewing it as I just have 3 core tasks or 3 core focuses in my life, which is music, my business, and my work, so my job. And what I think this does is it kind of makes my mind a lot more clearer in what I prioritize. And in a sense, it makes me understand kind of what my life revolves around. If we put hobbies to the side, so the way I see it is I have 3 main core focuses, kind of professionally, and then I have my hobbies and my downtime. And I see that hobbies and downtime as just time off. So I don't class it as a core fundamental. You can if you want, but we're talking about business right now. I think you shouldn't go more than 3 core fundamentals as well. I think I've got music, business, and my job. And I have added more in the past, and it's just kind of led to a burnout. It's kind of got a bit over complicated. You kind of start limiting your time on other core tasks to distribute your time into others. It gets a bit messy. And what I find right now is that I perform, or I try at least to perform, about 1 or 2 tasks in each of these 3 focuses, these 3 core focuses a day. So that might be, for music, post something online and produce for an hour or something like that. In my job, I obviously just kind of work in the hours. But then my business, it might be go to an exhibition, it might be have that meeting with that person to learn, what they know about a certain topic, or it might be, release a post or anything like that, even release a video like this. It just 2 things. So then I have a task list, and I make sure that every day I'm filling out those 3 core elements, and I think it works quite nicely. We'll see how it goes. I think that is a really good thing. So mentality wise, I think your mindset needs to know exactly what's going on. I think some people just go through life kind of having goals, but then not knowing what their daily tasks or their daily progression is. And they might be like, oh, okay, I want to be a multi-millionaire. I want to own my business. I want to have a successful YouTube channel. And then they go through the day just doing tasks, random tasks, without any true goal. So I think you need to set goals for each of these tasks. For instance, with me, music, I have, you might say, okay, I want to reach 10,000 monthly listens on Spotify. That's a goal. And then for business, it's I want to acquire 4 or 3, new clients by the end of the year. And then the job, if you want to add, I think you're going to do that naturally if you got a job. That's what I do anyway, because that's part of your job. You need to know where your vision is. But you get what I mean. You need to have goals. You need to really simplify and really clear your tasks and your vision and what you want to execute in your headspace, write it down. Maybe that's a good exercise. Try it, and I'll do it as well. Like writing down exactly what you want to achieve in each of these three core like focuses in your life. And like I said, I wouldn't recommend going more than 3. I think 3 is a nice number. If you do any more than 3, it's a bit of like you're not spending your time in one. Technically, if you just had one focus and just focus on that, you're gonna have the highest chance of success in that one core element. I did 3 because I think that's where my life is right now. I have to do 3, but do maybe 2, like your job and a core focus, and just focus on that. I think that's something that so many people, especially young, and especially me, I think one thing I failed on when I was growing up, or that I didn't realize, is that if you're trying so hard to kind of become, wealthy or successful, and you keep trying different things and you keep trying it for a month and then don't work and you go to the next one, then you're not going to get anywhere. I think one thing I've realized is that you need to put all your eggs in kind of one basket. And even if it doesn't go anywhere for a bit, you got to keep persisting. But that being said, you need to know it's a good idea. You need to know that the business is actually something that is going to do well. And it's a hard one, because even if your business is a replication of another business and that's doing great, and you're like, well, if I just do it the same way, I'm going to do great. That's not always the case, because they're already dominating the market. So you need to, I think we can go into another video about like coming up with business ideas. But you need to think of a business. It's not as easy as, knowing if the business will be successful. Sometimes, trying out certain things, seeing if it sticks, and if you feel like it's a good idea and you feel like there's potential and you truly believe that, then chances are it is. But yeah, just make sure that you simplify your kind of understanding of where you want to go in your tasks, and distribute and simplify to maximize your efficiency. That's something I was like thinking about today. And I think last month I kind of went through a period where I had freelance work, I had my business, I had music, I had my job, I had loads of things, and it got to a point where I knew that I was coming to a burnout. So I did have to sacrifice and cut a few things. I made the kind of decision where I had to kind of pull away from a few kind of freelance things and things like that, because they were asking for too much of my time. And sure, in the short run, lose money. Still absolutely fine. But you need to prioritize your mental health, and also sometimes taking a step back will allow you to step even further forward. I think right now I'm kind of going to the point where you can only provide a certain amount of hours to services and making money. You can only provide, so many hours in a week. So you need to kind of come away from the mindset of hours into services and providing elsewhere for different KPIs. But we'll talk about that in another video, because that's something that I'm actually starting to move away from, hours, like working hours, in a sense. I think this is enough for this video. Yeah, it's just like food for thought, I guess. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to keep trying this, simplify into maximize. I think it's a really good concept. Give it a go, see what works. All right, see you in a bit.